Okay, so it's been about a little over 10 seconds. We are gonna get started, and we're gonna be doing something a little different today than what I normally do. Um, I've had this project going on for pretty much the past since the 14th of January, where I do a short story a day. Um, and I've had at least one friend who asks me how long it takes me to write them because the short stories are about 1,000 words, and I'm like, it takes me about 30 minutes. And he was like, what? So he has no clue how I write a short story in 30 minutes. I just do. I'm giving myself a little over 30 minutes today to do this because I'm going to be doing it on camera. I'll be swapping over so you guys will actually see me writing, see the writing process as it happens if everything goes right. Um, and yeah, I've already got the prompt. I found one that I think will be fun to work on. I kind of love writing stories in which one of the main characters is a member of the mafia. They're just kind of fun and silly. So, we're gonna see if we can't get this done. As you can see, I write my stories in Google Docs. I have a word counter add-on. Ignore all the other tabs. That's just normal for me. I always have a million of them. I will be able to see chat while I'm working, so if people have questions, feel free. Now, my text tends to be smaller than normal. The font you're seeing on screen right now is 12 point, and I tend to work in 10 point. So if it's too small, let me know, people, and I will change that so that you can see it a bit better. But for right now, 12 point font, gonna make this happen, okay? Or 10 point font, gonna make this happen. I can see our chat. I've got my windows set up so that I can, so alright. Let's get this going and see if we can't get a short story written in, as I said, 30 minutes to an hour. So, today, by the way, has been a ridiculously busy day. I got our taxes done, recertified my partner's student loan repayment plan. I did some shopping, tried out a new ice cream place because, of course, I did. Just lots of stuff got done today. Okay. Warning, I make a lot of spelling errors. I fix them later. Also, grammatical errors are constant with me because I write as I think, so. I will be less chatty, by the way, because I'll be focusing on writing. Hopefully, somebody will show up and ask a question or two. If they don't, that's okay too, but if they do, I'd love it because it'll give me something to talk about that isn't me just going, okay, so here's all the bad shit that happened this week, and here's what good things happened as well. This add-on I use, by the way, is called Word Counter Max. I use the bare bones light edition, or the light edition, which lets me do target word count. I always put it at 1,000 words plus the length of the prompt, and then it also does session word count, so I can keep track of how many words I'm doing. My goal is always to hit 1,000 words with the story. Sometimes I'm over, sometimes I'm under. I don't really care. It all works out in the end because I'm ending up with stories that are over 1,000 words more often than not, which means that total on the thing, it ends up being pretty. I have just lost words, which is great because I'm in the middle of writing. Good job, me. Okay, so What are some things I can talk about while I'm working on this? Still haven't sold the truck. People keep trying to lowball me after saying, oh yeah, we're going to come out. Also haven't been able to get the realtor to respond to, hey, I want to see this house. When can we do a tour? So that's fun. Had a bit of a fuss at my partner because he, good night, kiddo. He'd been spending money from an account that he shouldn't have been spending money in, and he hadn't been putting it back. And I had to use basically my entire fund that I've been saving up to buy a laptop, which admittedly I hadn't been saving very long. I only had 200-ish. But I had to use all of that money to put back in the money in an account that was supposed to be for things like car repairs, house repairs, things like that. So that was fun. Excuse me. I'll worry about that later. So yeah. This coming week, by the way, is going to be my last proof of learning test, which the proof of learning tests are the, hey, if you do a good job on this, you get to keep your job, and move on to on-the-job training and floor support, and the actual production floor. So this will be my last one of those, and then we're going to spend the rest of the week at work preparing for what are called mock calls, which are the kind of the final trial by fire before we actually go on to taking calls. Okay. Need to go and make certain that the... Okay. Trying to think of anything else. Here we are. I've reached almost the halfway point, and we are 20 minutes in. So I might actually hit the 30-minute goal. Might not, though. Might take me a bit longer. Who knows? It's always the finishing stories that's the hard part for me. Okay. Yeah, I think I know where I'm going with this. I've got to finish it up in about 300-ish more words, though, so that's always going to be fun. A lot of times I'll end up finishing it and then going, crud, I need to add another 100-ish words. And so I have to go back and edit. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to finish this at 1,000 words, and, I'll hit 1,500 words and go, well, fuck. So... fixing some of how this guy talks, because, yeah, he talks a little gangster, but not quite enough to lose the letter, the word to. Okay. Almost done, I think. There we go. And there we go. That is a 1,200 word story in 35 minutes. Took me a little longer on the end, like I'd suspected it would, because I have trouble writing endings. It is a thing that happens. But it's really cute. I will make certain to post the link to the story itself when I remember to toss this up on YouTube for anyone who wants to see it. Okay, so swapping back over here, I'll go ahead and get this posted so that I can toss that link up. And I guess we're done for today. This turned out faster than planned, but, you know, I'm glad I could finish the story still. I always post these on Tumblr and on the Archive of Our Own, so I will be doing that. What are some other things that have happened this week that were useful, good, fun? Oh, I did get all of the dinners for the week for my lunches actually, but for my partner and I, made up in advance because he found at one of the grocery stores we go to gyro meat, which I love gyros, he loves gyros, so finding that gyro meat was a great thing because today we had it with some salad greens and some gyro meat on pita, and then when I went out and did grocery shopping, I got some tzatziki sauce, and I got some cucumber, and so what we did was we put cucumber and cabbage and some more of those salad green mix into a little meal box for each of us, and I added gyro meat to each of those, and I picked up some more pitas. So when we have our lunches during the week while working, we can each just grab one of those pre-made boxes, grab a piece of pita, dump the cabbage and the I lost words again. I'm good at that. Dump the cabbage that's all shredded up and the salads, greens onto the pita, slice up the cucumber as we are heating up the meat, then add the meat, add the tzatziki sauce, and have a nice, relatively healthy pita with lots of veggies for lunch. I think it's going to work out pretty good. I hope it will, certainly. So that's something that I am actually looking forward to for the week, which is funny because normally I don't look forward to my lunches for the week because I have a tendency to make things that are very utilitarian rather than tasty. They are, hey, it's going to make food, it's going to be edible, and that's what really matters for me, is making certain my food is something I can eat. So yeah, I am looking forward to eating my lunches this week, which is just a miracle. I also have managed to make frittatas, and I've still got so many potato pancakes. I I think I made 26 total, and even giving some to my munchkin who begged me to give him some of them, and some to my partner as well. I've still got so many frozen and waiting in the freezer for when I'm ready to eat them. So, okay. Well, I guess it's a really short stream this week. Because since I finished that writing, I don't really have anything else planned for tonight. I'm hoping to get some other crafts activities to get back to work on the memorial plushie. I have managed, since I started training, to make a tiny, like this big, plush dragon, and then 2 plush dinosaurs. One I call the Coffeesaurus. One is much smaller, but it's exact same pattern, exact same number of stitches, just made out of crochet thread rather than actual yarn. So, but I'm currently working on yet another of the dinosaur plushies because it's a really fairly simple pattern that I can do while I am working without having to stop and focus on my crocheting when I'm supposed to be paying attention to class. But at the same time, it keeps my hands busy, so I'm not getting bored and distracted and not actually paying attention in class either. Okay, but that said, I hope that everyone has a beautiful rest of their week. I hope that everyone, rest of the week works, because Monday through Saturday is still upon us. I hope that everyone stays safe, that everyone takes care of themselves, that you guys all take care of each other, and I will see you Thursday for Star Wars.